it's a little like Ian Gary-ish just looking at a picture with somebody else's hand on her, you know what I mean? Today we are diving into the MMA subreddit. The UFC subreddit is some of the greatest content that you will see from Reddit. You can see clips, you can see posts, you can see memes. I am excited for this, guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at what's hot, and we're going to be taking a look at what has been the top throughout the week. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with many YouTube channels. Let's jump right into it. Ryan just shocked the world. Connor will do the same versus Chandler. Coke is one of the best bases for combat sports. Ask John Jones. I mean, like, you got a little bit of a point there, but I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of fighters who have been on Coke that haven't done all that well. We just don't know about them. Dern is the best MILF on the roster. Dude, people are obsessed with Mackenzie. Oh, I didn't even mean to maximize that. Excuse me there. And then, oh no. I feel uncomfortable looking at that as a married man. We can look at the nice mom with the nice baby over here. Although, like, very, very violent woman. That girl's gonna grow and be like, "That's my mom." Plus, it's a little even more uncomfortable. You know what? I'll go to it again just for a second because it's a little bit uncomfortable to me. Like I don't know about you guys, but I always it's a little like Ian Gary-ish just looking at a picture with somebody else's hand on her. You know what I mean? That's why it makes me uncomfortable more so than actually just being married, because I guess, like, you guys know what I mean. It's normal to want to look at stuff a little bit disrespectful, but it definitely makes me feel like Ian Gary looking at another man with a hand on it, you know? Last time I was excited for a fight was Charles versus Islam 1, or this excited, excuse me. Man, like, I'm excited for this fight, but I don't know about, like, the last time I was this excited for a fight. It's definitely going to be one of the greatest hyped fights in a little while. New fight curse just dropped. Don't sign with Prime. I've seen this everywhere since, since last night, actually, but like, this has been all over the place today and yesterday. Of course, people getting beat up after they show with Prime. Maybe that's what killed my beloved Volkanovski's Prime. I've actually seen this a lot everywhere recently too. Is this Mayweather's famous boxing stance they all talk about? Yeah, it's don't turn your back to your opponent. Got KO'd by a grappler for the title, went to a decision with a KO specialist, and got submitted by a boxer. That's actually a good point. How does a fight with Connor go? I don't know, man. I don't know, like, everything in my body is telling me Michael Chandler is going to win, but sometimes the UFC, when they want something, it just ends up happening. So I'm a little bit worried that Michael Chandler might not win this fight. To be honest with you, to be completely honest, I'm cheering for Connor, but still, like, you got to feel bad for Michael Chandler at some point. Here's an interesting one. Is there anything Max can do to overtake Volk on the GOAT list? For example, beat Islam and Topuria, or does the fact that Volk has beat him 3 times make that impossible? That's a toughie. That's a toughie, because I do believe that Volkanovski is the greatest featherweight of all time, especially beating Max Holloway is like such a feather in your cap. Max Holloway would have to go on some insanely dominant run just like Volkanovski did. I don't know if you guys will be able to see the comments here, but let me bring them up to you. Okay, let's see. Okay, perfect. You guys can see him perfectly. The fact that Volk beat him 3 times in his prime is a huge dent to making him the GOAT at 145. I think Max could be better at 155 than Volk, because 155 feels like his natural division based on his frame. I guess that can make a little bit of sense. I feel like you could basically do anything that's possible to do in the sport, but it's very hard to consider you're better than someone when you lost them 3 times, with the last loss being the heaviest of 3. Exactly. So I'm kind of agreeing to this. You lost to Volkanovski 3 times, and in my opinion, he lost all 3 times. Like, I know people talk about the second fight and that being a robbery. I think Volkanovski won all 3, and that does put a huge dent in it, to be honest with you. I don't even know what this is. Nick Diaz gets insane hammer therapy. I don't even know what that is. Now, guys, I want to take a look at what has been the most popular throughout the week on this subreddit. So, a lot of it, I've been scrolling for a little bit so far. A lot of it's still filled with Max Holloway's UFC 300 KO, understandably so, but we're not going to be taking a look at that. Anyways, Elite Topuria, excuse me. I didn't see any technique. I didn't see any strategy. I didn't see any power. I didn't see anything. I didn't see any head movement. I just saw a bar fight. Well, that's incorrect. Oh my god, if you guys haven't seen this is so cool. I don't know who made this, but Demetrius Johnson reposted it. Somebody made this for him. It's so cool, because Izzy was taking a look at different fighters and mimicking their stances, and they actually put the fighters over top of it. I think that's so cool. Like, Mighty Mouse is so good at this, dude. I love it. I love it. See, like, even the stance switching at Cruz, like, a little movement. Habib. You just waiting for the double. This one is funny. It's a little bit of an overreaction. So, you know, guys, I've seen this so many times. Like, I mean, the original video. Oh. Like, that's accurate, too, for Strickland. Poirier. That looks accurate too, man. McGregor. He's so good at what he does. You need to change that stance now. The impact that this interview had on MMA history is insane. Dude, I know. That's actually so funny. He's gonna be the guy at the bar watching me saying, I beat that guy one time. Is Kayla Harrison cheating? Be honest, dude. Look at her. Come on. And more of it. This is the same thing. I've seen this. I don't know who made this, but I've seen this so many times. I beat that guy one time. Love him or hate him, when he is making that walk in June, every single fan will be glued to this screen. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Nobody encapsulates the octagon, the world, kind of like Conor McGregor does. Speaking of Conor McGregor, though, guys, check out this video on screen right here. Thank you so much for watching.